All right, I'm going back right now and going back. Okay, we're live. Woo!
Okay.
All right, Facebook, we're here. So I have the beautiful Diana George with me today. And what I want to do is start out because this is our first one. And we're going to be doing a series of these every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. And with this, we're going to play a game. Why not, right? Two things. We're utilizing this opportunity for me to bring many of my members forward for Lead Up for Women and have them share some inspirational words during this pandemic and things that we can do every day in our lives to replace the word panic with possibilities.
Hmm.
And the other thing is for you to be able to realize all of the resources that are out there at your fingertips that you may not be available, that you may not be aware of. So this is an opportunity for me to share a portal and a platform with all of you of getting a deep dive into who our members are. And the other piece of this is we want to kind of make this a game as well. So we are offering a free Lead Up for Women membership, which is valued at $440. And anybody can win this. All you have to do is share the videos on your page, tag a couple of your friends and us. And then when we finish all of these series back, probably we're going to be doing it for 3 weeks, 2 weeks for sure right now. But I think April 10th is when we'll end, and I will be picking a winner out of everyone who shares the most videos and tags their friends. So it's a great way and this way, the way I look at it is we are here to spread love. We're here to spread possibilities. We're here to spread and serve others. So everyone that can share this video, all you do is click share. It gives an opportunity for many people to be able to see Diana and all of the guests that we're going to be having on, for all of them to be able, for you too, as a person who's clicking share, to share what it is that the just the what we're spreading as far as love and hope, right? Hope.
Absolutely. We need
So
it now.
Diana, yes, we do.
Yes.
So tell us what you're doing. Like, what is your
Sure.
day like working from home, and how has this affected you? And what is the silver lining that you found in all of
Yeah,
this?
absolutely. And so I do work from home. And so that's the norm for me. The coronavirus working at home is not the norm. And so where I'm used to, working at home each and every day, it's when I go out for events that I'm normally out, and a lot of those have been canceled. But
Yeah.
what I'm finding now is it's really this time frame has given me an opportunity to reconnect. I think that so often we get on that hamster wheel of go, go,
Yes.
go, 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 and we don't sometimes reach out to people that we're connected to. And it's something like this that forces us to kind of sit back, reflect, and almost rejuvenate ourselves, but
Mhm.
also use the opportunity to now engage with others. And so, I always say that it's about the glass being half full and not so much half empty. And so
Mhm.
when we're taking a look at, the half full versus the half empty, we have a lot more positivity, as you mentioned, and we're
Yeah.
not panicking. It's, as you mentioned, panic with possibilities. And so
Mhm.
there's a lot of possibilities right now. And even though we are in this state, there is so much opportunity for us
Mhm.
to take these things and turn it around and take the positive aspect of it. And so that we're all engaged with each other.
Yeah. And so, how have you turned around some of, besides doing this video,
Mhm.
obviously, how have you been able to turn around some of that and use it for a positive?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great question. And for me, I'm in human resources. And so I naturally talk to people on a regular basis, but it's
Hmm.
about taking that extra time now and having those additional conversations and extending them sometimes, because you can tell when somebody's really not okay or doing well. And so
Hmm.
I think it's really up to me. And I've used this time to have those extended or additional conversations to really make sure that people are okay with what's going on right now.
Hmm.
what I see happening is the coronavirus. It's not just the coronavirus, it's the stress that we have in our everyday life. And
Mhm.
so the coronavirus has just been the tipping point for a lot of us. And we don't realize it. We think it's the coronavirus, but it's not. It's the everyday stuff that's been going on. And when
Mhm.
you have conversations with people and get them to realize that, they're able to think more clearly. And so
Yes.
that's my goal as I speak to people on a day-to-day basis. Whenever I'm speaking to them, I want them to be informed. I don't want them to be in a panic mode. I don't want them to be in a fear mode,
Yeah.
because fear, it means forget everything and run. And when we do that, we
Absolutely.
can't think clearly. We can't make the best decisions. And so I really have been spending my time to engage with people and really talk to them and find out, what are they afraid of? Because you know what, we've had times that have happened in all our lives that have not been the best, but we've got through them. And we're
Mhm.
going to get through this as well.
Right. Yes, we are going to get through this. And being that you are in HR, what are some tips for companies and HR
Mhm.
representatives watching you, and for companies that have a lot of employees working from home right now? What are some of the challenges in your daily life that you're helping some of these companies work through?
Sure. I think the most important thing right now is for companies to be in communication with their employees.
Hmm.
Share as much information as you can. And even sometimes that might mean saying, I don't have all the answers, but I'm working on it. And as soon as we get more information, we will reach out to everybody.
Yeah.
What tends to happen sometimes is people feel like, if I don't have the answers, I need to wait and not say anything. But
Hmm.
when you do that, all it does is incite people, because they're thinking something is going on and they're conjuring up in their own head what they think
Yeah.
is happening versus what could really be happening. And so I think that if, leaders, companies, everybody here, they just take an opportunity to communicate. And like I said, even if you don't have all the answers, letting them know that,
Yeah.
look, we're aware of this, we're working on this, and we are going to reach back out to you and fill you in, and we're going to have some answers to give to you, versus someone else filling in that void for themselves, which might not be the correct information. So I
Right.
think that's number one right now, and it's a very important one. And certainly, if you have an opportunity to allow people to work from home right now, let's make those adjustments. That's where we can get the most productivity from people. I've dealt with people right now who have children. And if all the schools are out, so if you have children and your school is out, you need to be home. Who's going to
Hmm.
watch the kids? And so, if we're understanding of that and still give people the room to be able to do a job, but understand that it's not going to be the way that it was a couple of weeks ago. There
Hmm.
are other dynamics that come into play, whether it's the kids, whether it's parents that you have to watch. There's things that are happening, and so we definitely need to be aware of that. And then certainly, if you find yourself in a situation, a company, and you have to shut down, making sure that your employees have the resources, that they know of the resources where they can go. Right now, unemployment, if your company is closed down for whatever reason, because of the coronavirus, if you are part-time or full-time, if you're working below a certain amount of hours, you can go right now to unemployment and you can file. And so don't wait. If that is
Yeah.
the case, file now, because of the amount of people that are filing, there's going to be
Hmm.
a delay. So go ahead, take the time to make the filing. And if people unemployment needs to reach out to you to get more information, they have the information to do so. And then certainly, I just say, let the people know that, this, we're doing this so that it is for your safety.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very concerned about the ability to pay bills, the ability, how am I going to pay my rent? Well, I want everybody to know you are an excellent company, because we're
Hmm.
all in the same situation right now,
Hmm.
which means that we're going to find a solution, which
Hmm.
takes off the pressure, which takes off all the stress that a lot of people are feeling right now. We are going
Yeah.
to find a solution, and we're going to do it together.
I think that's a great few tips that you shared, and the ones that stood out to me was for companies to be transparent with their employees. So to be very transparent with their employees, and what's happening, and even if they don't know and it's unknown, they're still sharing with their employees and keeping everyone up to date on what's happening. And if you are laid off for some reason, coming from an HR expert, Diana, if you are laid off, to go get unemployment and file now. Don't wait. And we are all in the same boat when it comes to what's happening in the world. We're all feeling it all over the world in
Mhm.
different areas. And there will be a solution for that. So I always look at it, you have two choices. You can either be completely stressed out and worried every day, or you can know that there's a solution. And so I would rather spend my time looking for the solution than to be stressed out and worried. Because really, that just creates more medical issues for you. And it's also going to break down your body and your immune system and all of those things. And we're not going to be able to stay healthy.
Colleen,
So,
I love what you just said. I just have to say that whole part of it, and people forget the dynamics of what stress can do to you. And so, right now, when we're trying to stay healthy, it's just so important to
oh yeah,
eliminate as much stress as you possibly can. So,
yes,
this way, you're not susceptible to other things that are out there as it relates to this coronavirus.
absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Diana. And can you share a little bit about how your resources and what you do can help companies out there if they're looking to understand some more of the legalities behind this? You would have those as an HR expert. So how can you, Diana, and your company, how can you help others out there that are maybe running a small business?
Sure. And I think right now it is about being informed. And so things are changing fluidly, they're changing rapidly, they're changing daily. And so even myself, making sure that I'm connected to the right sources in terms of learning about what are the up-to-date current things that are happening as it relates to employment and how we assist and help our employees during this time. And I do want to be a resource right now. I do want to help people because I don't believe that this is an individual
Yeah,
problem. This is not even a United States problem. This is a mankind problem right now. That's how far that it's really gotten. And
it
so
is.
we all need to kind of pull together. And so I am certainly available. People can reach out to me at solutions at bygeorgehr.com. And certainly I would welcome any questions that people have in terms of answering those questions, especially for smaller businesses. How do I communicate to employees what things are necessary and how do I get through this? And I know that employers, especially if you're smaller and you're not a large business, you're
Mhm.
also worried. How do I weather this, especially if I've had to
Yeah.
close down and I don't have any income coming in and yet I have
Mhm.
employees? So there is a great concern on both sides. And so I have been with my clients that I have, that's basically what we've been doing for the last week is just sitting down and really putting a strategy in place for their organization. Depending
Mhm.
upon the industry that you're in, depending upon the
Yeah.
business that you're in, it may be very different. And so we really need to take a look at what is your business, what is the service that you're providing, and
Mhm.
how can we strategize to still be in business or operate during this time frame.
Yeah. Diana, thank you for that. We're going to be putting all of your contact information
Mhm.
below in the video in the comments section. So
Sure.
after we're done speaking, please go out to the video, put all of your links and emails and
Mhm.
everything in there for people to reach out to you. And I know you'll do a consultation with someone
Sure.
who calls you. So who would be the can you give me a list of the right person that should be calling you? A small business owner, someone who works in corporate America that maybe is in their HR? Who would be that person that should reach out to you during this time?
Sure. So certainly small businesses. I think that small businesses, if you don't have a centralized or immediate point person for HR, you might definitely have a lot of questions yourself. And so I can certainly assist you and help you
Mhm.
answer those questions. I even think sometimes, if you're working for someone, you're still in the workforce, you might have your own, working on your own business right now that you do on the side, but you still have a main job that you go to and you just have some concerns as to how do I fit all this in and how does that affect me? I can, help you there answer those type of questions. And even if you're a larger company, that's my background. I have worked with larger corporations that are very global itself. And so, understanding, and I have had I have had the opportunity to be on the other side of this when other situations have happened. And so I've had that experience as well. And so even if that is the case and you find yourself in a situation not knowing and you have an HR question, reach out to me. And certainly I would want to, answer that question for you or lead you in the right direction. I want everybody to know there are
Yeah.
a lot of resources out there. And
Yeah.
so it's not one of those things that you kind of in this by yourself, but there are a lot of resources. And
Yeah.
depending upon where you are right now, your state, it's just a matter of finding out what are some of those resources that are available for you.
Well, Diana, thank you so much for being with us today on our
Mm.
first Facebook Live chat that we're doing. And you're just a wealth of knowledge in this area. And I think this is for sure one of the areas that many companies have questions and aren't sure what to do because they've never faced this before. And that's okay. So I'm going to stress to everyone who's watching this video, if you are unsure and need additional information, please contact Diana George. She's a great resource for you to reach out to consult with, to get some answers and find out what you can do in your company, whether you own the company or work for a company, or if you're just someone that is reaching out to her, that is then bringing her to somebody in the company that she needs to have the conversation with. I think the more informed we are, that's where we should be focusing our efforts, right? Being informed and understanding what's going on and what our options are. So thank you, Diana, so much for being with us today and being one of the experts with Lead Up to show everyone how you can lead up, right, in your personal lives and in your business lives, and take control, and give yourself the permission to lead. And this is
Yeah.
one of the first steps to do that. So
Well,
thank
Colleen,
you.
I just want to say thank you so much, and I just want to end on this. It's like we have an opportunity right now to either be the effect of what's happening or going on around us, or we can take measures to be cause. And
I
so
love
when in
that.
life, you could either be cause or you could be effect. And so certainly there are some things that are not within our control, but there are a lot of things that we could still be aware of and that's in our control. And so I always prefer to be cause over what's happening in my environment and
Mhm.
want to be able to give the resources to other people to do the same.
Absolutely. Thank you, Diana. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for being with us today. And for all of you that are listening, all you have to do is share this video and tag a couple friends, and we're going to be giving away a free membership. And even if you aren't looking for a free membership, we just ask that you spread love and joy and spread information so everyone can be informed. And the best way we can do that is to share everyone's messages. So please share our video. So thank you so much, Diana, for
Thank
being
you.
with us.